Hello everybody, welcome back to the stream. So yeah, I think we're on track to do the playtest for Halloween. So yeah, just going to be tightening some things up. I think the main thing that I need to do is work on the balance just a little bit. I think it just needs to be tweaked very slightly. So we're probably going to open this stream with a playtest here of just me doing the playtest. And we'll see how that feels. We'll see if it's too difficult, too easy, whatever. I think for the first playtest, I erred on the side of it being too easy, just so I could communicate everything about the game and like what the core idea of the game is. But now what I'm doing is I'm going to aim to make the game more difficult in a way that, you know, doesn't feel overwhelming, but also probably is going to be the case that for the most part, you're probably going to have to do several runs before you win. And the goal, again, is not to make it so that you're just going to be a victim of RNG. The goal is to make it so that you can win every run, every map, with careful decision-making, that the only reason that you would lose is because you just made some bad decisions or didn't explore the map properly. So we're going to see if I can accomplish that goal. I'm not sure. But anyway, we're going to open it with a playtest, but before I get into it, Alchemortis is available for wishlisting, so definitely do that if you're interested in the game. Also, I've got the Patreon here, where you can join to financially support the project. Again, the playtest that is happening on Halloween is going to be open for Patreon members first for a week, so you can get access to the playtest by purchasing the supporter tier here, or if you get the sponsor tier, you will not only get access to the playtest, but you will also get a Steam key for the full game when it launches and your name in the credits. So that's a great way to support the project early. It's kind of like a pre-order kind of thing. So yeah, definitely consider doing that if you're interested. But again, the playtest will be available for the public for a week after the Patreon early access period. So if you don't want to buy into the early access playtest, that's okay. You'll be able to play it at a later point in time. And I also have my Udemy courses available for sale, so check those out if you want to learn how to build games in the Godot engine. What else? Yeah, the Discord is also linked, so check out the links in the description below for all that good stuff. All right, let's give it a shot. Hello, Meep. Diving headfirst into game dev. Alrighty. Hello, V. Welcome back. Good morning, Chris. Good morning, Asymmetrics. Good to see you all. Hello, Emerson. Cold open playtest Kino. Yeah, nice. Happy Halloween. What's the plan for Halloween? Well, it's not Halloween yet, but yeah, I'm gonna try to get the playtest released on Halloween. So yeah, we're gonna see what's going on here. Hello, Clickertail. Welcome. Good to see you. JKHE. Welcome, welcome. Alrighty, so let me put these on. We might do some quality of life stuff with the placing of the cards here. Anyway, what do I want to do? I need that grow board for sure. I'm thinking I'll loop around this way and grab that stuff. So let's go this way. We'll see how this feels. I did a playtest last night and it was pretty difficult, but it wasn't difficult in a way that I thought was impossible. So I think I just need to do more playtests to see. Okay, so we got that. Grab this. Okay. And then, oh, I could hit this first and then go this way. Maybe I'll do that. 7. Grab some cards, some free ones. Okay. So we got a poison build going on. Grab these. Okay. Grab this. All right, so I can put this here. Let's grab a reagent. Hopefully I get like an alchemy. I did not. Okay. We'll just take all those gold then, I guess. Okay. So what do I want to do? I don't need any more boosters, but I also don't want to go down this way. Let's just go up these combats here, collect some money, and we'll see what happens. Okay, that'll help. There's a shop there. Yeah, so if I might actually do a detour here and hit these combats here so I can load up on money for the shop. See if there's anything good at the shop. I want to be able to increase my alchemy board size. I want to be able to increase my alchemy board size. So let's go up here. I can sell a bunch of these cards too for more money. Yeah, so the combats are pretty even here. I don't think... Yeah, I think if I... Oh, this one's going to be hard actually. I think if I didn't have this card here, it probably would be doing worse. Torch... I think this will be okay, actually. This board has a lot of healing, though. But it doesn't have a lot of damage, so I may be able to outlast it. Or not. Oh, I'm actually getting destroyed. Necrosis, are you going to kick in? Okay, the Necrosis saved me. Good. Alright. So now we can hit the shop here. What do we have? I probably do want those alchemical reagents. I've got 37. Let's buy the alchemical reagents. Still no grow alchemy. 2 lead ingots though. Let's get rid of the mosquito swarm. Grab those, grab the gold. 26 left. What do I want? I might purchase the health increase actually. Just get the free one. I still have 12 left. Do I want to sell something and get the telescope? I don't need this much gold. Let's buy the telescope. Okay. Alright, that was a pretty successful shop run. I'm just gonna keep going for alchemical reagents. Maybe what I'll do for the alchemical reagents is I'll always guarantee the death orchid, which increases the board size. Am I going to lose? Oh, I lost. Okay. Interesting. I want to keep the lead ingots. Let's put that there. I'll just get rid of those. Yeah, I need to get some power increase here real soon. Maybe I should just guarantee a death orchid in every alchemical reagent. Yeah, I'm still not getting any. That sucks. We're at 70 points here. Barkeep Villager 2, let's see. Do you think it's as valuable for having your development so transparent in the aspect of instant feedback? Yeah, I think so. I think so. Having the instant feedback has been helpful in a number of cases. Dang, I'm getting destroyed here. I guess we'll get rid of those. I definitely think that's true. Hello, Jackie Daytona. Welcome back. Ninja Link, good morning. Can we get 10K without any videos? Hi. Hello. The new UI looks so good. Thank you. Cap CPA. Boo, nerf necrosis. Throws tomato. It dissipates through necrosis before hitting you. UI is pretty cool. Thank you. In my country, Halloween is not celebrated officially, but Alchemortis playtest makes life better. Awesome. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Snupbill. Sorry to hear about your headache, but thank you for the IDR 20,000. Very much appreciate that. It's very generous as always. Thank you, thank you. And welcome back to the stream. Always good to see you. Yummers. You did not block High Law, I'm sorry to say. Okay, I'm actually not in a great position here. My board has not increased in power at all. Yeah, may want to always just offer the Death Orchid. I'm not so sure about this. I think I'm gonna lose to that combat. Should I just take a deep... Oh, that's 10? That's a 10 point... Oh, goodness. I mean, I will be able to hit that, though. Okay. I think I have to go this way. I think I need to dip down and grab some upgrades here. So grab this. Okay. Now I'm going to do some... Let's do lifesteal and healing. Actually, this is a 1x1, so I can alchemize this now. Let's do that. And let's just add the flint in there as well. Get some fire off of that. Heal 5, 7 damage, and heal 4 damage dealt. Apply 3 fire. Okay, perfect. So I should be able to hit this one now. Okay, that seemed to help quite a bit. Perfect. And then let's see if we can finally get alchemy board size increase here. There we go. Okay. Let's grab this over here. Put that in the alchemy. Increase that board size. Perfect. We can grab those. All right, now I'm in better shape. Okay. I might as well put the bell there. Do I want this? Apply 1 poison. I don't think that's really doing much. Although I can't really do anything else. So, alchemy. That Viper is pretty strong, actually. I might try this real quick. Deals 8 damage. Okay, that's fine. That's damage there. Didn't get poisoned like I was hoping, but that's all right. This is not looking good, fam. All right, that's okay. I can get rid of these. Okay, we are barely hanging on here. So now I gotta fight up through these and get up here. Yummers, yeah. What's your impression on the very early game phase? I'd say within first 6 to 8 nodes, feel like the player can't get much variety due to board size. Yeah, that is definitely true. That is definitely true. I'm not opposed to the player... Well... I gotta think about it some more, because I might take a different approach to how the player gets board size increases, something that's a little bit more controllable. Like I had previously talked about, like maybe showing the player their full board size, but then having cells that are locked. And then what you can do is you can spend blood to unlock cells, or that grow board event could just give you like four free cells, you know what I mean? Something like that. I don't know if that would be interesting or not, but it would be nice to be able to, after a couple of early combats, put some money into unlocking cells on your board instead of being beholden to finding those board size increase nodes. That might be something that I experiment with after the playtest. Okay. We got out of that region. Now we're okay. That's probably too much blood. I think too much blood is being rewarded. Might have to nerf that. Okay, but we can go to the shop here. Let's see what this does for me. Ceremonial dagger, skull wand, alchemical reagents. What do I want to do? Projects to adjacent cards, heal 3. Oh, that might be good, actually. I'm gonna buy that one. Apply 6 preserve for each time fire was applied. I don't have much fire on the board. Can I do something with the Phoenix, though? Well, I don't want to exhaust, though. I still have $40. Enchant alchemical reagents. Do I want more alchemical reagents? I kind of do. If I can get my alchemy board size up. There we go. That's going to help quite a bit. So if I do this now. Okay, now a bunch more options have opened up for me in terms of alchemy options. So if I do these two, I kind of want to throw the syringe in there as well. I could throw a lead ingot in there. Let's do that. Here we go. Ooh, that's a good one. Yep. That's gonna be pretty good. There's too many lead ingots. I think I need to reduce how common those are. Heal 2 for each allied card execution since last execution. Projects to adjacent cards, heal 3. So now I should be able to, let me think about this. I'm going to get rid of this. I don't think that's helping at all. Put this here. Yeah, that should work, I think. Yeah, we'll just go with that. Okay. Nothing concrete, just a feel, yeah. Hello, Rookie Tookie. Seems like a dual Skelly setup lasts for that long than a single new card if you're lucky with a node. Instead of always getting a guaranteed Lotus, you could guarantee the first region encounter per tier provides the Lotus, then it's random afterwards. I can't really do that because then it kind of ruins the seed, right? I have to keep everything seeded. So if I'm changing the inventory of different nodes based on like your in-game conditions, then the seed is going to be different, right? Or the run is going to be different than what it should be with the seed. Is the command pattern that you use in the autumn battle? To be honest, I don't know. I would not be surprised if I'm using a command pattern. I just don't know what the command pattern is. But welcome, Yayan. You said the cards don't rotate, right? Would be interesting if the board expands in one dimension at a time with cost based on the new slots given by expanding it. That's what it does right now when you get the board size upgrade. It expands one dimension at a time. But I think I hear what you're saying, yeah. Can have very different cards on shapes that fits only one of the shapes. Don't know if I'm being clear enough. Well, that's what I like about if I had just like a bunch of cells like already here that you could unlock, then if I wanted to fit the lantern here, for instance, right, I could just unlock these two cells, right? And then I could just put the lantern right there, you know? So I'm going to experiment with that. I think that is one of the biggest pain points right now is that I don't have a whole lot of control over my board size. I think the lead ingot is also too common, And I think there's too much money flying around. We've got 0 interest rates in the land of Alchemortis. Might as well upgrade that. Hello, Liu. Welcome back. It would just be sad to get constant Lotus when you already have a large alchemy board. After you get a 3x3, it kind of diminishing returns. Yeah, I think that's probably true. Yeah, I gotta think about it. We'll see what everyone says during the playtest. Not gonna radically change anything. Oof. Get wrecked. I'm gonna go for that artifact, I think. Thought it expands a full liner column. So now I'm destroying things because of this legendary output here. Let's see how long I can get away with this. 3 additional blood after every combat. I'll take the Elixir of Immortality. I'm already earning a lot of money, so I don't want to further imbalance the run by getting more. Okay. Alchemical reagents. Make a reagent for it or consumable item that lets you pick slots to unlock. Look at all these lead ingots. I'm just going to sell these. Probably need to fix that. So I'm at 61. I do want to grab that increased board size. Honestly, I might be at the point now where I've already trivialized the run. Yeah, I can even just do that. Grab this. I think I'm just healing a lot. I think I'm just healing a lot. I think the syringe needs to be nerfed, so I'm gonna write that down real quick. Okay. Ooh, that boss did a lot of damage to me. Ah! All good. We survived. Alright, let's just keep going. I'm just going to keep recklessly going through combats. The idea is that eventually the combat difficulty should catch up with me. But I think I have just so much healing. I think it's that legendary. May have to think about the legendary outputs. I don't know. May have to think about the legendaries a little bit. So in that case, I was almost dying. I think I dipped down to like 30 health at one point, but I just have so much healing that it overwhelms. And that may be just because, you know, I actually do think the lead ingots are too common. I think they need to be... reduced in terms of their commonality. Also, I don't have a whole lot of alchemical reagents in the game. So, you know, certain things are going to become more uncommon by nature when I have just more things to choose from. I think it's certainly more balanced than it was previously, because previously when I would get to this point, my health would just not move and I would instantly dominate the board. But now it's like I'm actually taking damage. So that's good. I'm not even going to change my board. I'm just going to ride this all the way to the end and see what happens. I'm not going to spend any money. I'm not going to change my board. This one's a little bit tougher. Got it though. Huge power spike, but can't be further altered afterwards. Upgrades are alchemized. Taking legends early in the run means easy start, but no scaling on that item. I think, yeah, that would be a good thing to do for sure. But this card, yeah, this card has not been alchemized multiple times. This was just the first output. I guess I could make it so that you can't upgrade legendaries either. Maybe legendaries can't have any new enchants or any upgrades applied to them. That might be a way to do it. So like a legendary card just like seals it so it can't be further altered. Yeah, that could work. It wouldn't help in this run though, because I just created a really powerful item. But it would certainly prevent like you from being able to just continually snowball one legendary item. I think that would probably be interesting. Ooh, I almost died on this one. So it's still like, you know, I'm not exactly dominating these boards. I've been in a rabbit hole for a while trying to make an inventory. Can you give advice? I mean, it can store items, but I can't interact with the items in the inventory. Yeah, I think the trick with inventory is you need to separate your data from your visual presentation. Everything should be interacted with by signals, and the UI should be purely responsive to data changes. I think that's the most general advice I can give. So like I would probably have like a manager too that can handle the intermediate states. So you've got your inventory, which is just a data representation of like what all exists at each grid. But then let's say that you have a stack of items in your inventory, you want to split them. I would almost have like a manager that can manage like the hover state or like the drag and drop state of what you're holding on to. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to give good advice without knowing the needs of the project, but I think the big thing is just you want to keep your data separate from your visual presentation. Your inventory should be just purely data with some public methods that are the only way that you can interact with the inventory. You don't want to be reaching into the inventory's internal state from an external place and changing that. You want all of your inventory manipulation to be done through a set of like publicly exposed methods. And if you just follow that pattern, it should make a noticeable difference in how clean and maintainable the system is. Ooh, almost died. I haven't made any changes to my board though, so if I had been actually improving the power of my board this whole time, I would be probably steamrolling very hard right now. There's another alchemy. We're just going around clearing out all these until we get to the boss fight. Yeah, so really all of my meaningful decision making has been halted. And now I'm just clicking around. It's nice how harder battles just seem more brutal and not necessarily last longer. Yeah, I agree. I don't want them to be, you know, it's an auto battler. It's kind of fun to watch everything get destroyed, but also like you don't want to be sitting here for 3 minutes per battle, you know? Is there an ending for the game, or is it open world like Infinite? Yeah, there's an ending. It's like it's a roguelite. So here's the end right here. So I fight the final boss, and we'll see what happens. I may actually lose this one. Oh, I did lose this one. Yeah, I did lose that one. Let's see if I can actually pull it out. Okay. So we may actually need to make some changes here. Let me see if I can actually make some meaningful changes to make this better. So I got my alchemy. Let's do this. Let's do that. Let's do this. And let's do that. Alchemize all those things together. That did not help at all. Cool. Wow. All of these cards suck. Okay. That's not going to help me. Well, I guess we just go forward and see if I can win with the next couple of rounds. Oh, there we go. Okay, I won. So the final boss fight ended up being a little bit difficult, but some balancing work to do. So, what do I want to do? I want to nerf the money. So I'm actually going to take, let's see. Calculate currency. I don't think I want to do this. I think I'm just going to do something a lot simpler here. Return RNG.randi range 4 to 6. We're just going to make it a flat 4 to 6 currency gain per combat. We need to make lead ingots less common. Let's do this. Make legendary items not modifiable. Okay, I want to nerf the syringe as well. We're just going to nerf this down a little bit. So make those two changes. In terms of the reagent configuration here, so this is the situation where maybe I need to start introducing a weight for the cards. Let me think. Do I want to do that? Card loot table. This is just giving each card an even weight. Let's do this. This is going to be a pretty big change, but I don't think it's going to be that bad. Export public int table weight. So we're going to set the loot table weight to 10 there. Let's go in here. Use that weight instead. Let's build. Will the playtest contain Inquisition? Yeah, there's kind of like, I mean, that's kind of like the lore of the game is that the Inquisition is coming after you, but it's not super explicit. In regards to the Lotus conversation from earlier, you can make it so that a Lotus is always present in the shop, would allow players to get it that way to offset the normal RNG. That could work. Hello, 1-star Yelp review. Are the fire particles outlined? Is that done in a sprite or a shader? Yes, they are outlined, and that is done in the shader. It's a canvas group with an outline shader, exactly, yeah. Hello, Leo Dev. Yesterday I was late because I'm a little bit sick. That's all right. I hope you feel better. I hope you feel better. It is not fun to be sick. Okay, so if we go to reagent growth, so I'm going to up the chance for this one, and then we're also going to do the lead ingot. We're gonna bump this way down. And also what I'm going to do is alchemy manager, private constant legendary chance is equal to 0.03. Okay. Okay, so we nerf a couple of things there. So hopefully that'll make a difference. What else needs to be done? The syringe nerfing is done. Do I want to make legendary items not modifiable for the playtest? Probably. People riot nerfs. Let's just give it another quick test. We'll see how it feels now. I'm trying to dial in the balance so that you have to make meaningful decisions for the most part with periods of time where you can get like obvious power bursts, right? So like you get a legendary item, you start stomping the next, several combats, but then eventually like the difficulty catches up with you again. But even still, it should also be possible to beat the game without getting a legendary item, right? Like it shouldn't be a requirement that you need to have a legendary item. So we're gonna have to figure that out. The game looks quite finished. Are you doing polishing now? The game is not finished. I'm polishing it as I go because it's just more fun to work on the game when it looks more like a finished project. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff that needs to be done still. The most critical thing is getting the balance in line, making the game actually feel like something you have to strategize with instead of just doing random things. I want that booster. Okay. Go up here. I've been thinking about combat outcome being binary. You either win or you lose. No consequences for a sloppy, close victory. May make losing feel abrupt and unpredictable. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that might be something to consider. I mean, when you lose, you have to sacrifice cards, right? I mean, I could also make the resurrection cost blood, too. That might help. Okay. Noble pedigree, let's take that. That's a good one. Okay, I'm definitely gonna need that. This is a better one for me to do, this combat here. Need that board size increase. Hold on to that, I suppose. Grab the board size increase. This will help. Okay, so now what do we got? I might do some alchemy here. Let's see. Let's alchemize these two things together. See if we can get something good. Okay, well that's fine, I suppose. That's fine. Let's go over here. 60 day one DLCs first, yeah. Oh, I lost. Okay. Let's just get rid of that one and this one as well. Just a thought. Haven't played in a while, so don't actually know. Yeah. I think we'll see what people have to say during the playtest. I kind of took a weird route here, but that's all right. I took a weird route. Okay, candle. Let's just put that. Oh, put that on the board there. These are feeling like pretty difficult combats, so that's good. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to go take a couple of hits here in terms of the notoriety, but that's right. Okay, we got this. Let's upgrade the incense, actually. By 3. We might need to nerf that incense more, but let's see. Okay, first purchase is free. What do I want to use it on? Board size for sure. And then reagents. Give me an orchid. All right, cool. 3 orchids, that's fine. Might as well just use up my money to purchase those things. Okay. We sell that. Cool. All right. What else? I might take this Hellspawn egg, actually. Yeah. Sounds good to me. Let's hit this booster, and then it'll be boss time. I see you've been working on this project for 7 months. Remarkable, respected. Thank you, December. Just curious, how do you estimate your progress? Are you good with what you had already made? I don't know what you mean. How do I estimate my progress? Do you want to... Yeah, if you can rephrase that. I'm just not exactly sure what you mean. All right, let's see. Can I put something else on the board? Actually, I think I can. Wait, let me see. Yeah. Cool. All right, that's better. Nope, I got destroyed. All right. Can I pull a win out here? Let's see. That's going to cost 12. Oh, and I need to sacrifice 2 cards as well. Let's see what happens. That is not going to help me. Okay. I don't think I'm going to be able to win. Nope. I lost. Rip Bozo. Okay. Get good, yeah. The problem with this balancing is that I can't really make any I can't draw any conclusions really about any individual run. I almost have to play like, 10 runs and figure out, okay, what is like a common problem that is occurring? Because that might have just been, I just made some bad decisions, or I didn't go down a very good map route, maybe I didn't use my alchemy properly. So, I mean, the other way I could do it is just replay that seed and see if I can win. which I might have to do. I might have to just take a seed that I lose at and try it again until I beat it. And if I can't beat it, then make any changes that need to be done to make it beatable. Anyway, excuse me. Hi, balancing is a nightmare. I do like the idea of making legendary items not changeable. Auto battle better, scrub. I would like to request 2 things before you release the playtest this time. First is the ability to open the combat log after the final boss. Second is to see blood amounts in the tooltip for selling. Right. Okay. And then also, what? What was the other one I was going to do? Open the combat log after final boss. That one might be tricky. Oh gosh, I have a lot of stuff to do. All right, one thing that needs to be done is I need to have a tier indicator for events on the event screen. I think I'll do that next. It's going to be a very basic solution for this, I think. It should be easy to do the tooltip, the sell amount. Yeah. Okay. We're going to do this tier indicator next. And actually, I'm just going to take a quick 3-minute break right now before we get into that. I've been out of a drink for this whole stream because I forgot to get a refill. So I'm going to go do that real quick. So just give me 3 minutes and I'll be right back and we'll continue on.
great tier.
Liftoff of mission 41D, the first flight of the Orbit Discovery, and the shuttle has cleared the tower.
Three, two, one, zero, zero. Discovery, go and throttle up.
Discovery's 4 computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
All right, I'm back. So for the event tier, so the problem is that you can't really see what tier of event you're on. If, for instance, if I go in here, there's no indicator of what tier this node is. So I think I'm just going to do a very easy stopgap for the playtest, and I'll make it nice later. I think what I'll do is I'll just put some text up here that just says what it is. So let me think about this. What do I want to do? Probably, let me just go to my enchant container here. This will have to be the case for everything. So we've got the skip event button here. That's layer 11. So I'm going to create a new scene, canvas layer, event tier indicator, scenes UI. Where did I put the skip? Oh, it's here. I'll just put it here. It's fine. Add child node margin container. Constants, we'll just zero all those out, except for margin top, we'll make it maybe 16. Want the mouse to be ignore. This layer needs to be 11. Okay, and then add child node. What do I want to do here? Label. Underneath the margin container. Okay, and then in here, what I'll do, that's probably not. Okay, we're just gonna make this super simple. And I may actually make this a permanent feature actually. So if I just do a script here, instead of adding this in each event scene, I will just have it respond to some signals. Game.UI. Go to my run manager. Excuse me. I remember those being the two big things last playtest, yeah. In modern alchemy, legendary refers to an empirically immutable state of a matter or being. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I could do some kind of something like that to explain away why you can't do that, why you can't do those upgrades. Modern equals medieval, yeah. Lore-based balancing decisions. Honestly, it's like, yeah, if you could just explain away something in your game with lore, why not, you know? Goodness gracious. So this is going to need to respond to some events. So I wonder if I have a way of doing that already in my run manager. Let me think. So we got some signals in here. Event entered. When is this emitted? Emit signal event entered. Yeah, so I can just do that. Do I have an event finished? Or we have event entered. On event state machine finished, change state state map. Emit signal map entered. So I need like an event finished here. I guess I could just put a thing in here. Signal public delegate void event finished event handler. Emit signal event finished. Okay. Goodness gracious, what is wrong with my throat today? Holy moly. All right, good night, Liu. Thanks for joining. Always good to see you. Make lemon peel tea with honey, the throat goat. Yeah. Have you been eating frogs again? Yeah, I've been just chomping them down. Let's see. Public override void ready. Var run manager is equal to this. Dot get run manager. Run manager dot connect. Run manager dot signal name dot event entered. From event type on event entered. Event finished on event finished. Private void on event entered. Private void on event finished. That should work. We're going to set the visibility of this to false to start. We need this event type here. Okay. And then what? So we'll just get it working first. So we'll set visible to true. We'll do some animations later once this is working. So on event entered, I'm going to need the current node. I wonder if I should put that in here. Event entered, event handler. Yeah, I think I will. I'll just accept the run map node here. Actually, let's just do object that. We're going to emit the run map node. Do I want to emit the... Maybe I won't do that, actually. Maybe I'll just do int tier for now. And then in the run manager here, we're going to emit that int tier. Now this is going to be different for the shop, I think. Yeah, we're going to have to handle the shop as a special case, but let's not worry about that just yet. So we'll omit those things. And then on event entered, is this not right? Okay, I guess maybe I need to do it as an int. Okay, so on event entered, what we'll do is we'll do description utils dot event to readable, event type. We're going to set the labeled text. Node private label. No, private label. Label. Label.text is equal to description utils. And then we're going to do description utils dot to Roman numeral tier. I think this might need to be tier plus 1. All right, let's just see if that much works to start, and then we will fix all the remaining issues. Double quarter pounder frogs, yeah. That's funny. Okay, so let's go to the enchant here. Enchant card 1. I don't like that. Also, this is not... I need to add a margin to the left here based on the drawer width. Let's see. 102. Okay, and then we're gonna do event to readable. Is this even used anywhere? Oh, maybe it's fine. Whatever. Maybe it's fine, whatever. Okay, that'll work. If I skip, that should disappear. Perfect. Let's go to booster. Yeah, so we'll just make that fade in now. That'll work. Now, the big question is, what is it going to look like in the shop? But we will figure that out later. Let's get this to work with fading in and out. So this label here, let's just change this. Well, let me think. I think we need to add a canvas group here. Let's change the label size. Okay, the label here. We're just going to change the custom minimum size here. That'll work. Okay. This control mouse needs to be ignore. Node, private canvas group. Canvas group. Visible equals true. Visual utilities dot fade in. Canvas group. Oh wait, visual utilities dot fade out. Visible equals false. Let's see what that does. Let's see what that does. There we go. That looks nice and neat now. Instead of popping into the screen. Now, it won't show for combats, which I think is probably okay. But I can always change that later. Cool. I think that's fine. So, show tier of events on screen. Like I said, I can make that pretty later, but just as a stopgap, that will look fine. Now let's see what happens when we do it with the shop. I'm gonna have to really think about this, I think. So we want to do a generate test map of type 2. This is gonna show... It's gonna show the shop here, shop 2. But then when I go into like enchant here, it's not going to show that. Now, I mean, it might not be super necessary. It's gonna be a little bit technically difficult to get that to switch when you're inside of these shop events here. But all these events are just, you know, they're the same tier as the shop, so, and it says the tier here as well. Maybe I just won't do that for now. I think it's going to be a lot of effort for relatively little gain, especially since this is just a stopgap here. Okay, maybe I'll just not do that then. Done. All right, let's add the sell amount to card tooltips now. Card tooltip. Where to put it? I'm gonna duplicate this. That is not what I wanted. Separation of 2, so we're gonna put this in here. Theme overrides constant separation of 2. I'm just doing some alignment here. Maybe I'll change this. Layout, container sizing, expand, shrink, end. There we go. That'll work. Okay, cell container. So now we need the cell container and the cell label. Node private control cell container. Cell container dot visible equals false. When is the purchase container made visible? Show purchase context. Cell container dot visible equals false. Okay. Show tooltip. Now I need to do player inventory cell. Sell card. Calculate sell price. We want to make that public. Currency manager. Okay, let's put this here. So it's the currency manager. So in here, I need the cell label. This should be true, actually. And then in here, we're going to say cell label dot text is equal to currency manager calculate sell price card to string. All right, let's see if that does it. Let's see if that does it. I have a small request too. Could you add multiplayer for this playtest as well? Oh my gosh. Small, yeah. Welcome, Kinyaz. Which is a little feature, right? Yeah, it's little. How many commits do we have up to now? I don't know. Let's see. I have 1,591 commits on this project. Just has to press the add multiplayer button, yeah. Welcome, Wuius. Good to see you. So let's just make sure. It's not going to show the sell price on the shop because it needs to show the purchase. But I think that's probably okay. We'll set this to false. Actually, maybe not. Okay, so now we've got the sell price on the things. I think that's pretty much okay. I don't need to make it perfect. Okay. That's a lot of commits, yeah. I like abstract measurements of progress like these. They have a noble feeling to them, yeah. All my commits are relatively small too. Like every little feature I do is basically, the general rule is like 1 commit per card in here. But of course, sometimes cards are bigger and take multiple commits, but I like to be very granular with my commits. I don't like to commit a bunch of unrelated changes in a single commit. It's like this commit does one thing, this commit does one thing, so on and so forth. Okay, so that's working good. I want to do this. This has been annoying me, this floating text positioning. I actually don't remember how I'm doing that. Text float. Where is this being used? Board combat component. Try create damage float. Global position. Text offset position. Yeah, I don't really know why I'm doing this. Text float signing. I try to get fancy with it. It doesn't need to be this fancy. Let me look at my board combat component. That doesn't seem right. Text float parent. Where is text float parent? Is that an export? Okay. Board center. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. Okay, so it's adding it there. Yeah, so I think what I need to do here is basically just var max, let's just do x offset is equal to divided by 2f, and then here mathUtil.rng.randf range, negative x offset, positive x offset. We're just going to choose a random position for all these things. Doesn't need to be fancy. Okay. Previously, the numbers were being grouped up too much, and they were like overlapping too much. So I'm just going to randomly position each number, each combat number that gets spawned here. I'm just going to randomly position it. Kind of a minor change, but you know. Also funny that I've never seen you reset the head or do anything with your gut other than upload to it. Yeah, I mostly don't need to do that. I do rebase. Like sometimes I'll work in a different branch if I'm going to do a very disruptive change, but then I rebase it onto master so it just looks like a series of regular commits. But that's about the most fancy thing that I do. Playtest 1, Halloween. Halloween for Patreon members, and then it will be the week after Halloween for the public. Gotta not sleep for a week, yeah. I like to put everything I've done until now in one big commit and call it stuff. That's a way to do it, you know? I know people who will they'll do 8 hours of progress on a single commit, and it's like, okay. First of all, that makes me nervous, because what happens if your house blows up while you're on hour 6 of the 8-hour work? You're gonna lose all that work, you know? You're gonna lose all that work, bro. I'm gonna be competing with Mina the Hollower, unfortunately. What is that? That's a game? Is there a playtest coming out for this? Oh. It's just it's a platformer. Is this a very popular game? I've never heard of it. Dev stream. What? Okay. Sorry, missed a lot was working. That's right. I'm so excited for Mina the Hollower. My project is still a fetus. Shape it up in time. I'll forget to initialize Git and then upload 1,000 lines of code with a message initial commit. Yeah. Long awaited release from Shovel Knight people. Is it coming out on Halloween? It says there's no release date on the Steam page. It's by the devs of Shovel Knight. Gotcha. I love streams like these since it makes me work on my own games at the same time. Yeah, we got a nice little co-working stream. I love niche content. Video says October 31st. Well, I don't know if Steve, maybe I'm wrong, but I think you have to display your exact release date for 2 weeks prior to release. And so if it's not being displayed on their store page, then they can't release on the 31st. And I could be wrong about that, but I was under the impression that you had to have a concrete release date for at least 2 weeks before you could publish your game on Steam. So either they've delayed the game and haven't updated the thing, or I'm completely wrong. 8 hours for one commit, rookie numbers. You think they delayed it? I mean, that would be my hunch as well, based on what I know about Steam, but I could also be misunderstanding the Steam requirements. But I hope they delayed it, because then I won't be competing with them. I mean, the playtest, this is not really a marketing push. The playtest is really just that. It's a playtest. I just want, at most a couple hundred people to try it and to give me feedback. I'm not really trying to use it as a marketing event either. So if the Alchemortis playtest flies under the radar, that's totally fine with me. I'll be starting a serious marketing push probably into the next year, and just try to build wish lists, publish a demo, all that good stuff, Mina got delayed. Talking of niche games, my favorite is Zero Sievert. I think I played the demo for that. I like the idea of single-player extraction shooters. I wish there were more games like that. I just think the 2D environment didn't do it for me. The reason I like Tarkov is because, there's you move sort of carefully through the 3D environments. You can have threats, vertical threats, like people up on buildings and stuff. That's what makes it fun. But if I could just have Tarkov, but it's entirely single player, that would be so cool. You know what else I might do? Delay announcement was the 6th. Oh, gotcha. Isn't that just Stalker? I suppose it is. I haven't played Stalker, though. I don't know if Stalker... Is Stalker considered an extraction shooter? Have you seen that game called Slots and Daggers? Looks good. I was just looking at it this morning, yeah. I was just looking at it this morning. Mostly because I just wanted to see. I've been looking at like Steam trailers for various popular indie games because I'm going to need to emulate that style. I still need a trailer for the Steam page for this game. I need to spend like a week and just update my Steam page. Oh, there's so much to do. You need to extract yourself from sticky situations all the time. Has a similar gameplay loop. The extraction is more manual, though. Slots and Daggers have that game juice I love. Yeah, the game juice looks phenomenal in that one. Okay, that's probably better. Just trying to get these floating numbers to be a little bit more spaced out. Maybe I'll even do it more. Are you ever adding permanent upgrades? Yeah, like a meta progression? Yeah, I will be doing that. How is life being a full-time game dev? It's fine. It's hard. Mostly just because it's so hard to get a game into a state where like it's balanced and playable and people want to keep playing it. Fixing all the various game design issues, iterating on the game design. And of course, sometimes there's some tricky technical problems. It's just, yeah, it's difficult. It's fun though. Okay, that seems better to me. Hard but fun, yeah. Okay. The GUI or whatever control board looks cool in Slots and Daggers too. Yeah, it does. It really does. Why is game dev being romanticized? I think it's, I don't know. A lot of people play video games and then they think, oh, it'd be really fun to make one. And then the reality of it is it's just like, it's like doing anything else. It's like, it's got slog parts. It's got parts that are difficult. Making money off of games is very hard. I think it's the same reason people romanticize being like rock stars or pop stars. It's like, you know, you as a consumer only see the fun parts, but you don't see all the other stuff.
Discovery Houston, trim to
Okay. What else? Done. Add cell VFX. Maybe we should do this while we're thinking of it. Make legendary items not modifiable. I do think that's a good idea. Should we do that? Let me think. I do think that's a good idea. Let's do that. Let's make sure that legendary items cannot be modifiable. Will you ever add a one life mode where if you fail then you have to start from the beginning again? Yeah, I mean, there's all kinds of stuff I can do. Like what I do in terms of like the meta game is like, that's like wide open. I can basically do anything, you know, like I could have it where you've got a save slot, right? And then it's like, if you die at all in the slave slot, it's like Iron Man mode, your entire progress, including meta progression, gets erased or whatever. That could definitely be really cool. Bring happy is the important thing in life. Being happy, yeah. We reached 255 covered in devlog column. It's going to reset now. Right, yeah. So the next devlog will have however many of these things are inside of it. I was planning on doing a devlog for the release, but I mean, I still might be able to do that. I have a lot of work to do. You have the freedom of your control over your life. To some extent, yeah. Guess it depends on how much money you have. Do you have that bug in your Kanban board where sometimes you can't drag the cards? Happen to me quite often. Yeah, I've fixed a ton of stuff about moving cards and whatnot since the last playtest. I don't know exactly which bug you're talking about, but I think I did make some serious changes to how the card movement and drag and drop system works. So it should be much nicer, but I can't promise that there won't still be bugs. So we've got this enemy defeated here. Enemy defeated particles seen. I'm just going to look at how this is done. Okay, so I'm going to want to look at this. I might just duplicate this, honestly. Is this what we're working on? Oh no, I'm totally off on the wrong thing. We want to make legendary cards not modifiable. That's what we want to do. So there's a couple of places. So it's the alchemy. So the alchemy is the big one. Alchemy manager. var has legendary input. It's equal to cards.any. Nope. We'll do legendary cards are not alchemizable. Okay, and then, so that's going to handle that for the alchemy. For the upgrade card, we're going to want to do the same thing. Add clickable validator. Is valid. Not cards.any. X.is legendary. Else if cards.any legendary cards cannot be upgraded. Okay, that'll work. And then we also want to do for the enchant container. Clickable validator, where's that? Add clickable validator. if cards.any x dot is legendary, return false. If cards on board any, create announcement, legendary cards cannot be enchanted. Cool. Is there anywhere else where legendary cards can be used? Upgrade, alchemy, and enchant. I think that's it. So we're gonna have to go ahead and test this then. So let's just make test player cards. Enable test player cards. Populate player cards. Card.set legendary. So just make all of my cards legendary and we'll see what happens. Kanban. No, I meant the cards in a to-do list in Obsidian. Oh, you mean it's an actual bug in Kanban. No, I haven't really encountered that, I don't think. Did you check out Zed? It was released for Windows recently. Absolutely great editor and supports Vim motions. I usually don't pay attention to trivial stuff like editors, but Zed is good. Zed editor. Interesting. Maybe I'll give it a shot. Maybe I will give it a shot. Zed's dead, baby. Zed is awesome. Okay, yeah, maybe I'll try it. Legendary cards cannot be upgraded. Let's open up the alchemy. Legendary cards are not alchemizable. Okay. Skip. And we might as well just try the enchant if we can find one. Here we go. Runs amazing on Mac OS. Just try it once, you'll feel the difference. Yeah, I mean, whether I use it or not will depend entirely on like C# support. Okay. Make legendary cards immutable. Okay. All right, let's round out the stream. I'm going to do another play test. Let's see what we can notice. See how it goes. I use NeoVim, so Zed is too mainstream for me. That's funny. Zed is a very respectable editor. You guys are hyping it up, man. I hope I'm not disappointed. I'm gonna open it up and be like, what is my chat talking about? Let's go to reagents. Okay, there we go. That's big. That's big. All right, so we're already set up pretty good. It is worth the hype. Okay, I believe you. I believe you. More boosters. Sell this guy for 4. Sell that guy for 4. Open up the alchemy, put this in there. Okay. Very cool. I may actually... Oh, not enough blood. Okay, let's just do those two. Inflict 4 damage on self. That does not help. All right, that's useless. Actually. Well, I kind of got screwed on that one. Okay. I need to increase my board size. This is not a super good run so far, but we'll figure it out. I don't think I want to keep this. Except Windows still has some bugs. It's just been released. Gotcha. It's too NeoVim is tuned for your autistic needs. I feel that. Didn't write my 1000 line config to change for Z default config. I don't know about this one. I might have to do some alchemy here. Let's do... Oh, if I could alchemize this. Yes, here. And skeleton. Might get the skeleton echo. Echo if the board contains multiple skeleton warrior cards. There we go. That's what I needed. All right, let's see if this works. Ooh, it looks like that alchemy is what saved me there. Okay, that feels pretty good. Let's do an enchant. Oh, another echo. Oh, echo stacking skeleton. Okay, I need a board size increase. I'm going to dip down here and grab that, actually. I might have to do some backtracking, but we'll see. Oh yeah, that skeleton is just wrecking things now. I'm just going to preemptively add poison applied increase here, because I want to use the giant squid. All right. Paralyze adjacent cards for 4 turns and heal 4 per paralyzed card. Is that going to be worth it? Oh no, I'm going to put the scarab here. Actually, let's do that. Deal 9 damage, 25% chance to apply paralysis. Yeah, let's just do that one. I wonder what the gold's transmuted into. I don't know. Okay, I hope I can just swing back up this way without backtracking, so just gonna dip down here real quick. This might be a bad route for me. Okay, that's always welcome. I'm actually gonna sell one of these. Okay, let's go up. Fighting some easier combats now because I dipped back down. Health upgrade. I think I will take the 15 health increase. There's a board size. Okay, I chose the right route. Look at that. Just steamroll through these guys. Actually, this one looks a little bit harder. Nope. Okay, grab this, and then it's going to be boss time, and then I need to figure out what I'm doing here. Because I've got 23 gold, 23 currency. What do I want to do? I can't do anything. Well, I could do this first. Okay, that increases that size. If I do this... Skeleton warrior. I'm going to sell the mandrake. Let's see what happens. Legendary skeleton warrior. Look at that. All poison applies increased by 1. Applies 25% blind to a random enemy card. Deal 4 damage and apply 1 poison 4 times. All right, let's see what happens. No! Oh no. Okay. All right, I'm gonna sell. I'm just gonna sacrifice these things. Hopefully that works. Okay, We are still in this. We are still in this. I'm very far away from the region border, though. We're still in it. More alchemical reagents. This is going to be good just to fill out my board here in case I need to sacrifice anything. Okay, here's the region border here. Oh, I need a booster. Is there a booster? I should have skipped that combat. I made a mistake. I should have gone for the health instead. I wasn't thinking. Son of a biscuit. I just made a mistake there. I shouldn't have done that. Okay, there's a booster. All right. We can upgrade this guy. Oh, no, I can't. Legendary cards can't be upgraded. Destroyed by my own game design. That'll help, though. That's going to deal 15 damage. Yeah, that's a good one. Okay, let's grab this booster. Do I want to spend the money? I think I'm going to spend the money to get some upgraded cards here. Okay, here we go. Do I want to do this? Yeah. Let's just go to this combat here. This game reminds me somewhat of Graveyard Keeper. Love that game. Absolute masterpiece. Yeah, thank you. I mean, I think, yeah, it's like thematically similar for sure. Do you like RPG Maker type games? I do not know. I don't really play 2D RPGs generally speaking. This card still has a multiplier, so this may actually end up being very strong, but let's see. Do I go for more booster? Or more reagent? Let's do a booster. Why not? Okay. I think this will be okay. Yeah. How much is that Staff of Velad doing? 24 damage. 20 damage. Okay. So far the damage seems reasonable. Oh my gosh. The Executioner Sword dealt 27 damage to me. Oh goodness. I kind of want to keep this. Although that does sell for 24 blood. We're not making any use of weapons, so we'll get rid of that. Oh, I should have sacrificed. What am I doing? I'm gonna see if I can do some alchemy here real quick. This, and... Oh, I can't fit it. Let's just do those two then. Of course. Cool. That's super helpful. I don't have room on my board for this. All right. Okay. I made it. Games can be very simple in technical terms, but storyline and art will carry. All good games are simple. Yeah, I think that's probably true. Does that mean the game I'm working on is going to be good? Yeah, I think I'd probably rather use the word elegant. But I think the point is largely true. I feel like I'm not going to win this. Really? Inflict 6 damage on self-swarm. Actually, that could work. I could make that work with this guy, this slime here. But I might not even win this. Oh no, we're fine. Never mind. Board size increase. I've been struggling. I need this. Okay, this is feeling like a little bit of a... I don't really have control of this run. I've been playing catch up the whole time. Do I dare do this? Oh no, we could do this. Wait. Nope, I can't make use of any of this stuff yet. Is there a booster around? Oh, there's another board size increase. Oh, okay. Let's do the reagents then. We'll dip down and grab that. Do I want to increase my alchemy size? I don't think I need to. We'll just sell that. Okay. All right, now we have some room to play around now. I kind of want to do this. Please give me a good outcome. Please give me a good outcome. Okay, that'll work actually. And then this, inflict 6 damage on self. Oh, but I don't have a way of triggering. I need to get swarm on something. Is there an enchant around here? There's one there. That's too far though. Maybe I'll just swing this way. Grab that health upgrade. Oh, there's an enchant there. That's 6, 5, 5, so that's 16, right? 4 is 20. I should be able to get to that enchant without triggering the boss. Oh, that's painful. How much did that slime do? Let's see. Dealt 55 damage. That might be another case where I need to change the multiplier, but we'll see. As far as that is good story on art, Toby Fox doesn't know how to code either, but he made Undertale. Right, yeah. Hello, Vicious the End. Welcome back. How are you doing? Increase health by 40. That's a good one. This is actually a really fun run. I feel like I'm just on my toes the entire time. Like, I'm actually having to make very careful decisions about how I spend my money and whatnot. Okay, come on, give me swarm. No swarm, cool. We can put turn cooldown reduction on this guy. Boss time. I don't feel great about this one, but we'll see. Yup. Why did I take so much damage? Marshall Holt hit me for 46. Why did he hit me for 46? What? Oh, he just got lucky and he critted me. Oh no. He critted twice. Oh, that's unlucky. He hit me for 12 and then 46. When in a normal situation, he should be hitting me for 6 and then 23. Dang. No, it looks like my run ends here. Alright, I mean, the only really chance I have is to get rid of this, inflict 6 damage on self, and get rid of this Death Orchid. This is it. Let's see what happens. I did it. Maybe that inflict damage on self was just not helping. Okay, we've got 20 monies. Oh, I don't really know what to do here. I'm gonna take the Amanita Muscaria and just slap it down there. That's gonna be a good damage increase. We need the booster for sure. We can put this here. Dang it. Put this here. Grab this. Let's do an upgrade. This is a tier 5. We're going to put some upgrades into shielding here. Okay. We'll grab the health. That sells for 16. Let's just increase by that much. And then there's an artifact there. Okay. Longbowman 5. Do I want to go this way or this way? Let's go this way. Oi. Let's see what I can do here. Okay, looks like we got a poison build starting to shape up here. I might want to replace that legendary skeleton because it's kind of falling behind in power. Heal 4 for each time damage was taken since last execution. Ooh, get wrecked. Okay. This may just be me, but I dislike when games rely on a lot of luck. Why would crit chance have a win or lose effect? It's unpredictable. Upon reaching 0, let's just take that one. Sorry, I'm just trying to think what I want to do here. Turn cooldown reduced by 1. Yeah, I think with respect to crit chance, I mean, it's going to be, we'll see how people like it. I think some element of randomness is okay. But yeah, I agree it shouldn't be entirely up to chance. Do I want to do the shop? Let's go here. Board size increase is going to be a good one. Okay, all right. Let's grab some healing as well. Okay, I'm feeling a little bit better about this. I should be doing some alchemy, but maybe when I get some boosters... Oh, I don't have any. Okay. Oh, this is going to be tough, I think. Nope. Barely won. I need more boosters. Should I go grab that one? Yeah, I think I need to do some alchemy. I need to do some serious alchemy if I'm going to have a hope of beating the boss. So let's grab this so I have some cards to work with. I need to save my money. Alright, why am I getting so many hearts? Okay, let me do this then. Let's see. Kind of want to just merge a bunch of healing items together. And maybe the preserve item as well. Let's see what happens. Heal 3 for each allied card execution. Well, that doesn't help too much, but that might actually work. Let's see. We could put another healing here. Yeah, I don't know. Reagents. One of my favorite games, Hearts of Iron 4, doesn't rely on luck at all. If you want to deal high damage, you micromanage. Crit should not be totally random, but based on variables that player can control. Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of hyper successful games that have crit chance, so we'll see. Everything's subject to change in this game. Everything is subject to change. Okay. Where do I want to go next? I love the feeling of luck swinging the tide of battle when it comes to crit. Yeah, I think the rationale for crit in this game is... So imagine you're in a combat and there's no crit. It's just entirely predictable. You can calculate down to the exact number how much damage you're going to take and how much damage you're going to deal. You could end up in a combat situation where it's literally impossible for you to win. Like, let's say that you get through 50 of the enemy's health, you die. You get through another 50 of the enemy's health, you die. And the enemy has 25 health left. Well, if you introduce an element of crit into there on the player board, it may not be a death sentence, right? It may be that, okay, you resurrect... You may actually be able to pull off dealing 25 extra damage as crit by chance, and you'll kind of scrape by, you know? Personally, I think that's more interesting than just knowing that you're going to lose because it's just raw calculations and that it's entirely predictable. But I definitely agree that RNG shouldn't be the reason why you win the run overall or lose the run overall. Okay. So I've got a lot of stuff here. Do I want to alchemize something? I'm just going to throw a bunch of fire on this wyvern. YOLO. Why am I getting so many hearts of Stovak? This is good, though. That's a good one. Nice. Okay. I'm feeling pretty good about this boss fight coming up. Maybe I shouldn't, but we'll see. Let's see if I can hit the shop before the boss comes. I'm going to sell this. I'm not using that anymore. Okay. Hit the shop. I do think it's reasonable that not every single ability in the game needs the ability to crit. Right, yeah. Their crit is actually relatively rare. Like, this has a crit chance, but almost everything on my board has no crit chance at all. And that's true of the enemy, too. I would say probably less than 15% of enemy and player cards have natural crit chance. Do I have 3 minions? I do. Let's grab this. Okay, here we go. I'm just going to dump all these things here. YOLO. Not enough blood. Sell that. Boom. I was trying to get like a legendary output, but that's all right. Deal damage equal to 2x damage taken since last execution. Apply 4 fire. Okay, we'll just slot that in there. All right, let's see how this goes. Now, the problem is I don't have any cards for eggs or for sacrificing. Okay, this might actually be a tough one, but let's see. Ooh, I won. Nice. I can't open the combat log. This dev doesn't know how to make games. Okay, that run felt pretty satisfying actually, because I was basically making like strategic decisions up until I would say the last half of the last region. I was pretty confident that I could just steamroll everything at that point. The boss almost got me, but I think yeah, that run was actually very engaging because I had to think about what I was doing. I think what I'm noticing is that I wasn't getting a whole lot of card synergies. I think all my cards were basically just like standalone things, so I might need to go and revisit some of the cards and make synergies more explicit so there's more meaningful decisions to be made. So I may have to do a pass on that, but I think generally speaking it's starting to feel pretty good. Anyway, that's going to be it for the stream today. Thank you everyone for watching. Thank you for being here. What I'll be doing is I'll just be working on more quality of life stuff, getting the playtest ready. I think I'm going to start recording a devlog for the game to release at the same time as the playtest. So yeah, this week is mostly just getting everything ready for the playtest here. So yeah. So yeah, thanks again for watching, everybody. Again, you can wishlist Alka Mortis on Steam if you're interested. So go ahead and check that out. I've also got the Patreon if you want to support me there. So again, you will get 1 week of early access as a Patreon member. Let me pull it up. You get 1 week of early access as a Patreon member if you're subscribed to one of these tiers while the playtest is live. So you get to play it a week before everyone else. If you don't want to pay for anything, that's fine. I will have a public playtest available a week after that. But you can subscribe to the sponsored tier here. If you do that, you will get an Alka Mortis Steam key at launch, as well as your name in the in-game Alka Mortis credits. So that's a nice little perk. And you can join the Discord. That's free. That's where, if you want to know when the playtest goes live, I'll put an announcement there and everything. So yeah, definitely check those things out if you're interested. Thanks again, everyone, for watching. Thank you for being here. I'll be back streaming tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern. So I hope to see you there. Have a good day and talk to you later. Bye-bye.